Hello everyone, I hope you are doing well. Today we have the 1817 half crown King George III graded AU50 by PCGS. Let's discuss the history, specification, design, grading, and recent auction results. This coin was minted during King George III, who ruled Britain from 1760 to 1820. He saw the rise and fall of empires, from the loss of the American colonies to the victory over Napoleon. In his later years, George III suffered from physical and mental illness, and his son, the future George IV, was actually ruling. So this was not just a coin, it's really marked the end of an era and beginning of another one. And one other thing as well, in the early 1800s, Britain currency was in crisis. All silver coins were worn, clipped, and unreliable. The war with Napoleon had left the economy stretched and inflation was rising very much. Then in 1816, the Great Recoinage came, and this was considered to be like a total reboot of the British monetary and coinage system. Key changes, for example, included standardized weight and values. All silver coins minted in sterling silver 0.925%. The introduction of steam-powered presses at the Royal Mint, and new denomination like the half crown, along with the crown, shilling, sixpence, and so on. So it was really an important period of time. So this coin, the value is half crown. This design was minted in 2 years, in 1816 and 1817. The weight of this coin is 14.14 grams, and it's made from sterling silver. The diameter is 32 millimeter. And going to the design, on the coin face here, you can see King George III wearing wreath, which is a symbol of victory and power since ancient Rome. And around the head, you will see Georgius III, de gratia, which means George III by the grace of God. And this reflects the divine right of the king, and the belief that the monarchy ruled by God's will. And back then, one important thing I would like to mention here is that back then in 1817, during this time, there was no internet, there was no good communication tools compared to today. So in any country, they were using the coin and the money as a way to communicate. So the design and also the inscription in the coinage was very, very important, and this design held like messages to the people who are using this on a daily basis. And at the bottom here, you can see the year of mintage, 1817. On the reverse, at the center, there is the royal shield, very, very popular, combining the symbols of the British kingdoms, 3 lions of England, and 1 lion for Scotland, and a harp for Ireland. And the shield is encircled by a motto, a Latin motto, this HONISOIT O and MALYPENSE, and this mean shame on him who thinks evil of it. And this is a clear statement of loyalty and royal dignity. And around that, you can see a bigger inscription at the edge of the coin, Britannia, REXFID DEF, which means here, King of the Britons, defender of the faith. And above that, you can see as well, here's the crown. Very, very nice design. In terms of mintage, the 1817, they minted roughly 8 million coins. In terms of highest rate, the highest rate in this coin, the 1817, is MS66, and they minted only 2 coins in this trade. In terms of auction results, MS66 was sold for $2,880 back in 2023. MS65 Plus was sold for $1,140. MS65 was sold for $870 back in 21. MS64 was sold for $690 back in 2020. The 63 was sold for $552 back in 21. The AU58 was sold for $528 back in 2018. The AU50, as this coin, was sold for $329 back in 2014. Same as this one. So this coin, I would guess that this coin would be around $200. It can go up, it can go down, depends on the supply and demand, and depends on the auction as well. One general thing I just wanted to mention is that for, let's say, not very rare coin, AU50 is a grade that is not that popular when it comes to the buying and selling. If you compare AU50 versus AU58, you will see more population in AU58 comparing to AU50, and more as well, let's say, trading when it comes to AU58. So these grades, 50 and also 55 from that perspective as well, is some of the trades that is not easy to handle and to deal with. Same as well, you see MS61. MS61 as well is one of the difficult grades that you can get in a coin. It doesn't mean it's bad, but it just, if you compare the population of coins for MS63, you will usually see more population, more trading in MS63 versus MS61. Same as well, AU58 versus AU50. And this is for the, let's say, the not super rare coins. For the super rare coins, of course, AU50 is something really, really very difficult to get. But for the coin that is not very rare, it's always good to avoid this, this kind of trades. So that's all for today's video. I hope you liked the video. If you liked the video, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much, and I wish you a very good day.